Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It may contain adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings. Welcome back to Daniel's Dread Tales. I'm your host, Daniel Fernandez. Thanks for joining us. This week we're going to be playing the Hong Kong action-inspired Feng Shui 2nd Edition by the great Robin Laws. We were going for sort of a action horror comedy hybrid, but to be honest, it ended up much heavier on the action. But I promise there's some good horror in there too. Think of it as a part Big Trouble in Little China, part Like a Dragon, part, well, you'll have to listen to find out. Hope you enjoy it. Hey everybody, welcome to another lovely episode of Daniel's Dread Tales. This week we're going to be playing a game of Feng Shui. I'm joined by a bunch of great players. Let's go around in a circle. We don't have a circle, you guys aren't really here. But let's go around and have you guys introduce yourselves.
I guess I'll go first. I'm Damien, he, they. I will be playing the Gene Freak, Leo. They, them.
And could you tell me anything about Leo? Tell me one fun thing about Leo.
Leo, they were kidnapped when they were a child by an evil organization. They have been genetically modified, and part of how that presents itself is they are a cat person.
Okay.
It'll be a good time.
Would that make Leo neon binary?
Yes, they're most definitely neon binary.
Who wants to go next?
Hello, my name is Waffle, and I am playing Sable, the redeemed pirate. She has a flair for the dramatic, and she is a pirate turned smuggler with a black powder pistol, because, again, flair for the dramatic. My pronouns are they, them, and her pronouns are she, her.
All right, I will go next then. Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm on the show a lot. Pronouns he, him, and I am playing the character of Hiroto Shirogane, who is the Karate Cop playbook, and his thing is that he is tired and depressed and put upon. I put a lot of myself into this character.
And I am Michael, he, him. I am playing Murayama Hisashi, the martial artist. He ran a martial arts school, got in trouble with a lot, and is now trying to find some sort of redemption for himself here.
So, Feng Shui is a game that cribs a lot from Hong Kong-style action movies, though our game is going to be taking place in Japan, and you'll see how it gets a little bit horrific as we go along. So, let's set the scene. We find ourselves, sort of as the camera is panning through what's going on here, a pachinko parlor called Pachinko, which is in an alley in Shinjuku. There's flashing lights, grime, electronic music, and a bunch of sallow-faced, listless gambling addicts sitting at these machines as all the little silver balls are flying all over the place. It is notably a front for a group of Yakuza, which are part of a larger clan, but they're known as the Neko Nona, who are sort of a violence gang, who are led by a badass tattooed lady that some people whisper about.
Oh, hell yeah.
There are, the big news in the Tokyo underground at the moment is rumors of a brand new drug. Some people calling it Papa Waito, which is sort of an interesting thing because the Yakuza that run this area of Shinjuku are not usually dealing in drugs, so it must be somebody new coming in on their turf. And right now, we are going to be joining the four of you in this pachinko parlor. Why are you here, and what are you doing?
I'll go first. So Leo is there. Leo actually, they'd heard about this pachinko parlor not too long ago. And they started actually kind of hanging around here ahead of time because they wanted to get a job working security. I don't think they actually know that this is a front for the Yakuza in the area. They're just like, hey, the name, perfect fit. So yeah,
Yeah, you got to go with the name.
Exactly. To be fair, that was kind of the idea that I'd had even before hearing about this, is that they were like working security or wanted to work security, either one, at the pachinko parlor, so it works out. But yeah, so they're just kind of, prowling around. Maybe they had, I don't know, maybe they're being given like a trial run tonight and just kind of being observed from the background. But yeah, they're just kind of prowling around and keeping an eye on things.
I think what's going to be happening is the whole reason Sable is in this game is because she was smuggling and she lost a very valuable jewel that it would not be wise to return home without. So she is currently casing the pachinko parlor just to see if at some point she can break in and bust some heads to try and get a lead on her jewel. She is currently just like playing the games to not draw suspicion, but again, she has a sword and a black powder pistol, so who knows how that's going.
It is interesting that you have a gun in Tokyo City, not with a lot of guns, but don't worry about it. Also, it's a black powder pistol.
It's a relic. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It only has one bullet, and there's a specific target for it.
Yeah, whoever pisses me off.
I don't think that's as specific as it should be.
I think the sword's probably more deadly, but
don't worry about it. It's fine.
How about you, Murayama? Michael, what's your character's name?
Hisashi is his first name, right? Like,
Hisashi, right? Of course.
Right. Murayama is the family. He got a rumor that one of his old students had fallen in with this Yakuza gang, and so trying to find him and like set him back on the right path. It was there very much not knowing what to do in a pachinko parlor because he hasn't really ever been to one, but like is there certainly.
So you used to be a criminal, though, you said, or you ran in trouble with the law. What happened?
Yeah. So I used to run a martial arts school, and then it was not very profitable. So I started doing some prize fighting, and that's what wound me up in jail, but not pachinko parlor wasn't exactly my scene.
Got it. Okay, gotcha. And Nathan, what about you?
I mean, it is a Yakuza front. Shirogane is a cop. He's kind of just here to investigate. He's been doing a lot of organized crime work lately, partially because there's a lot of organized crime. Also, if he finds evidence or something pointing to the masked gangster who killed his mom, that's a bonus. Also, masked gangster killed his mom. I should have mentioned that earlier.
By the way, in case the audience hasn't noticed, everyone in Feng Shui has a melodramatic hook. And I think we've heard most of our characters' melodramatic hook. But masked guy who killed your parents, like that's real melodramatic right there. So, I guess one last question. Do you think the four of you have ever seen each other before or interacted with each other?
I want to say that I ran afoul of Nathan's character at one point, just because I have a real dumb joke in mind.
You mean that, okay, so you've dealt with Officer Shirogane before?
Yes, I've dealt with Officer Shirogane before.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Got it, okay. I'm curious what your bad joke is going to be. I guess we'll see. All right, I'm just going to say, the vibe tonight, off. It's bad. The vibes are just really bad. Not that the vibes at a pachinko parlor are ever particularly great. The weird MIDI noise and the constant sound of the balls clanking and just the people looking dead-eyed at the machines. But you notice that there's just like, everyone's just really on edge tonight. And then you start hearing some commotion coming on from outside. At first, you don't really notice it. People are just sort of drinking and doing their own thing. And then all of the lights go out inside of the pachinko parlor. Ironically, not the machines, but the lights go out for a moment. And that of course, causes a ton of commotion. And then all of a sudden, you see like a sort of purplish light. Oh, somebody has turned on like a black light over this entire place. How are you reacting? You're hearing sounds coming outside. There's like a black light that just turned on, but all the other lights are off. What do you think everybody's doing?
Oh god, there are too many stains in this carpet.
Oh yeah, that place probably looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the sword is coming out as Sable is looking around, like, on edge immediately.
Anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I think Leo is gonna get ready because, like I said, they've been around this place a few times since they discovered it, and this is not normal. This is something new, and it's taken them by surprise. So yeah, they're getting ready to spring into action.
I think Hisashi is just like trying to keep a low profile and just gets up and is just casually walking away towards an exit.
Detective Shirogane at this point is just like one hand on the holster, ready for something about to happen.
Well, something is about to happen, but it's not probably what you expected. As you start to hear shouts and cracks and strange sounds of flesh shifting, the lights turn back on and you see that there are at least a dozen people who have sort of fallen on the ground and their bodies are twitching, and you start to see bones jutting out of their chests and their arms, and their bodies begin to turn and change and mutate into terrible looking monsters. Something out of a fucking Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Covered in eyes and teeth and the occasional tentacle. None of them look exactly the same, but all of their bodies begin to change and move as they cry out in pain, and then their voices change from that into snarls. You then see, standing over the bodies of a couple of the Yakuza members that were guarding the place, a pair of men who are just, in the absolute least subtle way possible, slightly floating above the ground and glowing. This is a fight with monsters and a pair of wizards, maybe? Please roll your initiative.
Tuesdays, am I right?
By the way, for those curious, in Feng Shui, for initiative, you just roll a d6, and then you add it to your speed modifier. And in Feng Shui, the initiative is constantly tracking down. So one person will go, and then they will move slightly down the initiative. So maybe if you punch someone, that will take 3 shots in this movie. And then so if you were at 13 initiative, you could attack someone, and then your initiative will be 10 because it goes down 3 shots. And this, we keep taking turns until everybody's gone, then we roll initiative again. So who's gonna go first? And what do you do?
I am. Hisashi is. Seems like. So
how does Hisashi react to all of this?
I'm gonna go with not well, but the pachinko parlor occupants or whatever that have turned into monsters, they are like actively like hostile.
They are now going after, they're actively hostile. They are attacking the people who have not turned into monsters.
So Hisashi was there in kind of like a sport coat kind of thing with like little like athletic pants, and you see he opens up the coat pocket, pulls out something that you're not quite sure as the black light flickers, and then as it flickers back, you see he's spinning a pair of nunchucks.
Nice.
You just had those ready to go, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they pack up nice. A lot more subtle than a sword sometimes.
Hey!
Only a minor dig. And just makes a ridiculously wide, sweeping arm motion, just bringing him down on the closest monster towards him.
So I will say, in terms of the monsters, there is a whole mass of monsters. There's about 12 of them, which we're calling mooks in this system. And then there is one monster who is bigger than the other ones that has a pool cue, and it's actually sort of fused with its body, and it's beating people. Are you targeting the mass of the monsters or the big one?
I think I'm gonna go for the mass because the bigger one isn't like near me as far as I.
No, yeah, totally fine. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm just gonna go in and just start going wild and just flinging myself around, just trying to incapacitate everything I can see. That is a 13. That is not great.
These guys have a... Wait, where the heck did the mook stats go? I'm about to say they just have 13 defense like everybody else here. You know what? They have 13 defense like everybody else here.
Oh shit. Like everybody else.
Mostly everybody has 13 defense. So you just got enough to hit Hisashi.
That's enough. I'm going to spend a chi as I make a martial arts attack to go into a blur of rage.
Oh, okay.
So, spend 1 chi as you make a martial arts nunchaku attack against a mook. Until the next keyframe, roll a die whenever a mook attacks you. On an even result, the mook drops before it can attack.
Neat.
Ooh, fun.
You're just swinging your nunchucks around like fucking Maxie pounding the buttons in Tekken. Or, yeah.
Soul Calibur?
Soul Calibur? Yeah, sorry, I'm getting my Namco fighting games
Hey,
mixed up.
Hachi was in both. It tracks.
And now Sable, the pirate. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so we have mooks just swarming everyone. We have the monster with the pool cue batting at people, and we have the two wizards?
Yeah.
All right. Are there hanging light fixtures in this building?
Absolutely, sure.
Hell yeah. I am going to spend 1 point of shot to use prodigious leap to jump onto one of the pachinko machines, then jump onto one of the light fixtures, cut it. So I swing in and go for an attack on one of the sorcerers with my sword.
Would you like to attack the one with the lotus face tattoo, who I'm calling Lotus Face Tattoo, or this other one whose name is Saito? I'm calling him Sorceress Saito.
I will attack Lotus Face. That will be martial arts. And it says after performing a stunt that has you swinging on a rope or otherwise evoking classic pirate action, gain +2 attacks until the end of this sequence.
The sequence is this set of initiative until we roll initiative again. So you have +2 on your roll.
All right, so should I just
roll on the thing and then you'll add 2 to it when you're
just making sure? Oh, that's 11, so that's not going to be enough.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
You're good.
You rolled an exploding negative
That's a
die
6.
there.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right then.
All right. So how does that look after you jump up and then were you going to jump down on them or were you going to like cut the light fixture? How is that going to work?
Okay, so I cut the light fixture, jump, and I go for the slash, but I think what the Lotus Face Tattoo does is just like in all those martial arts movies, just like step slightly to the side, like avoiding
Like
3 swings
effortlessly.
from Sable, yeah. And I will go down 4 spaces on the initiative because I've used 4 shot. 1, 2, that's 9. All right.
So technically you used 1 and that would have moved you to the 11, but then that was the next initiative, so then you could take the 3. So,
oh, okay.
yeah.
That's okay, sorry.
Yeah. That's it's
So move to 8.
okay. Cop. I keep calling you detective. Are you a detective? What is your rank?
I am now.
Okay. What would you like to do?
All right. When in doubt, guns. So seeing this all go to absolute shit in record time, I draw my pistol and aim it square at Sorceress Saito, we'll say.
All right. I just want to mention, you have your pistol, you also have a shotgun. The Remington 870 is a shotgun. Which one are you using?
You know what? He's a wizard. This justifies the shotgun.
There is one special rule about the shotgun. If you would like, you could spend 1 shot to pump it ominously, which will make it do 1 more damage if you hit. But it does take up a shot. So I don't know if you'd want to do that or not.
And that would be, that means I wouldn't be able to shoot it until after both of the sorcerers.
Yeah, until the 10, which means the wizards would get to go before you if we're looking at the initiative track. So you probably don't want to do that.
I pull out the shotgun, I'm just gonna fucking end Sorceress Saito. If this works.
Oh, hell yeah.
That worked!
That's a
Nice.
big number.
Okay, so that's a 17. Their defense is 13. So you do your damage +4, because you beat their defense by 4.
I believe I did 17 damage, fittingly enough.
All right.
You ever just hit a wizard center mass with a shotgun?
Yeah. How were you holding the shotgun? I'm intrigued how you were keeping the shotgun hidden. But, action movie stuff, it's fine. But how do you pull out the shotgun? Is it particularly dramatic? What do you do?
Yeah, I just kind of we've never seen my back in any shot of the film so far. So I just, reach behind my back, pull out a shotgun, and hit the wizard center mass.
All right. Okay, we'll move your guy down 3. I'll stop reminding you guys of that in just a little bit. But all right. Well, you just got the attention of 2 wizards.
Sure did.
Go, Cop, go.
They both start raising their hand and doing sort of intricate moves, and they are going to blast you with a glowing yellow energy. At least the first one is. Oh, I'm sorry. I got exploding success there.
Of course.
So they got +4. Because they also rolled a 5 on this. So that's a 19 to hit you.
Gee, I wonder if that hits.
What's your defense?
14.
All right. So I beat your defense by 5. So you are blasted for 15 wounds.
Oh.
That's okay, my whole archetype is based around that.
Jesus.
I mean, it's not great, but
Then the other one who has the tattoo, their tattoo starts to glow as they also shoot a thing at you. You notice that the other one seems to have tattoos glowing underneath their robes as well. They've got cool tattoos.
now I should mention, now that they have fewer wound points than me, I do get a +2 toughness bonus. I don't know what that does because toughness and defense appear to be different
Oh,
stats.
fuck! Toughness! Oh, fuck! Toughness! Hey!
Is that reducing damage?
It
Yeah.
reduces damage.
Hell yeah.
So you actually only did 12 damage to that sorcerer earlier, and you take less damage because you subtract your damage from the toughness.
You've taken 8 ouchies.
Yeah, you've taken 8 ouchies because you have your toughness. Anyway, the next one shoots at you. It got an 11 to hit you.
My defense is 14, so that one didn't work.
That one goes wild, but explodes one of the pachinko machines. There are silver balls all over the floor. All right, Hisashi.
I'm gonna keep wailing into this squad of former patrons.
Just wreck those mooks.
Maybe I should roll before I say how awesome my attack is here.
Yep.
All right. So 14.
So you beat their defense by 1.
I think what happens is one of them like lumbers towards me, and I just like slide through its gnarled legs and come up behind him and just smack him in the back of the head, just sending him crumpling to the ground in front of me. Then make a dramatic pose as presumably all the rest of them are coming at me very soon.
All right, the monster with the pool cue is going to go now, and he is going to try to jump on top of you, Leo.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
I do not consent.
Well,
That's why it's a monster.
Apparently.
so that's a 15 to hit.
It hits. I have 13 defense.
All right. So I beat it by 2. It hits you with the pool cue, and then the pool cue breaks into pieces. It screams a little bit as it does that, but it does the damage. That's going to be a total of 14 damage to you, but subtract your toughness. You now have gained 8 wound points. Okay, so yeah, we've got several heroes on shot 8, so any one of you could go. Just make sure you're saying cool stuff about how you're attacking.
I'll go first. And right after I get hit by this monster with a pool cue, you hear what sounds like the angriest cat you had ever heard starting to like yowl. And I'm going to spend 1 shot to activate Very Strong. So what that does is until the end of the fight, I add 3 to my damage on any successful hand-to-hand strike using my mutant attack value, including strikes with hand-to-hand weapons. I can use absurdly large objects like parking meters as improvised weapons. I have a plan with that.
So you just spend your turn going, rah, or rah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Love it. Sable or detective? Which one of you wants to go next?
Sable is going to look over to the good detective and be like, "Hey, cop, gonna give you an opening."
What?
And they turn to attack the police officer when, like, there was someone, like, straight up in their face.
Yeah, somebody who missed them. They weren't concerned.
Okay, motherfucker. I say to Daniel specifically. I am going to get up behind Sorcerer Saito and try to make him regret that. What's fortune?
Fortune, you could spend a point of fortune to add an extra die, positive die to your roll.
I will add 1 chi because fuck this guy.
And make sure you subtract the chi from your total.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ!
I think you got him.
Yup.
Yeah, I
That's
got
a
him.
23. You beat their defense by 10.
Alright, so that's 21 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, that's 25 because of my +2 to attack roll, so...
Okay.
I
25
think
points.
you just obliterated him.
I think the pirate was a little offended.
So you're doing this to the injured lotus face tattoo guy? Okay.
Yes.
You do 20 damage to him, almost bringing him down.
Alright, cop, it's up to you now.
Everybody always puts finishing the job on me. And, well, when in doubt, guns.
So you are a karate cop, right? But you're leaning more to the cop part.
Yeah, I mean...
No, it's all good. I love it.
No, I think I should martial arts this, because if I fuck up a martial arts thing, good things happen to me. Well, bad things happen to me, but I can use them for good.
It's your call. You do either one.
I'm going to do a running shoulder slam into a sorcerer. It didn't work! Holy
Your negative
shit,
die
it did not
exploded
work.
twice.
Moly.
Why does
Oh
this
my.
keep happening?
Ouch.
Okay, so hey, when you miss with an unarmed attack, you take X wound points, where X is the absolute value of your swerve.
Oh, fuck. I was not expecting to
So it's
fail by
10.
that much.
10.
Oh my
You take 10
Oh my
wounds from this. What happens?
god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Um,
What does it feel like deleting yourself?
Let me gather my thoughts real quick.
But I should note, your next attack will have a plus 10 bonus to it.
Yeah, next time I attack somebody, they are getting fucked up. But in the meantime, presumably, the sorcerer stepped out of the way of my shoulder charge and then zapped me with lightning or some shit.
I think what they did actually is they floated up when you charged towards them. They went up. And if you don't mind me saying something, I think you go flying into a bar. You flip over the bar and hit a bunch of drinks.
Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
And now there is glass everywhere.
Jesus, don't you have a gun?
But the idea is now you could use the glass and stuff on your next attack or whatnot.
Yeah, I am now at 18 wounds.
Okay, I think I'm going to have the mooks attack first. There are 10 of them that are going to attack you, Hisashi.
So first,
Yeah, you got to see if any of them die immediately as you're just swinging your nunchucks around like a fan.
4 of them do.
How does that look? Anything in particular? Or just...
I think what starts happening is like I'm raging around, but I'm also like ducking in and out, and they just 2 pairs of them collide into each other trying to kill me and just wreck each other.
Love it. But now they are going to attack you, and there are 6 of them.
Well, 6 is better than 10 attacking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also have 15 defense, so I'm pretty hard to hit.
So they are going to attack you 8 times.
That's not how
No, 6
math
times.
works.
6
Yeah.
times. 6 times. I just said it wrong. Okay. 11 to hit you?
No.
Oh, exploding.
Are they attacking me unarmed also?
They are 14 to hit you.
Nope.
None of them hit you. They are just trying to attack you, but I rolled like shit and you have decent defenses. They miss.
I imagine I'm like, they're flipping from pachinko machine to pachinko machine as they're just like getting smashed in sequence, just balls flying everywhere, sparks and crap.
Lotus Face Tattoo is going to turn to the pirate that almost murdered him and begins to do some sort of movements, seems to be channeling the energy into its hands, and then just reaches out and tries to touch you with the palm of its hand.
Alright. You can try.
Bad touch.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits me by 1.
So you take 11 damage and are blasted backwards.
Minus your toughness.
Minus my toughness. Okay, cool. So my toughness is 7, so I take 5 damage. Nope, 60. No, 11 minus 7, 4 damage. Thank you. I'm good at math.
Yeah, you're good. I believe in you. And then Sorceress Saito is going to blast the guy who just tried to shoulder charge them.
Oh, come on! Haven't I suffered enough?
That's a 13 to hit.
Thankfully, that does not
Just
hit.
another blast. I think you're able to hide behind the bar and avoid it right as it goes over your head.
Yeah, like I'm picking myself up, I peek my head over, and immediately duck back
Let's
down.
have Leo go next. I know Hisashi is also on this round, but Leo hasn't done anything yet, so...
When basically
Hisashi.
deflected those 4 mooks that came after him, one of them bounced towards Leo. And Leo is going to grab one of them because they bounced towards Leo. And because, you know, they're superhumanly strong right now, they're going to use the dead mook as an improvised weapon to beat the monster with a broken pool cue.
Metal.
Angry cat. So here's my roll. Hopefully it's... You know what? I'm going to spend a genome on that to gain fortune. Buh. Holy crap.
What? Ah! Ah! Hey guys, it's me again. Hope you've been enjoying the show so far. This is one of the most fun games I've run so far, and also the longest. Just a friendly reminder that we want you, yes you, to join us on our Daniel's Dread Tales Discord. I'm on there, and the rest of the spooky squad are on there too. You can find the invite and link in the episode description or on our Twitter at Dan's Dread Tales, all one word. You can talk to the cast about the show, suggest what we should next play, or maybe just talk about Godzilla.
I didn't need to
Four
spend the...
sixes!
I looked away. What happened?
Technically,
Holy shit!
Yeah, I rolled a 6 on the fortune die as well. Does the fortune die explode as well?
Fortune dice do not explode.
okay.
Oh.
It was
So that
only
wasn't
a
an
40.
error.
It's only a
It was
40.
only a 40.
So how much do I beat its defenses by?
Yeah, you beat it has 13. So you beat its defenses by 27.
So it takes 37 damage. And what's its toughness?
5.
All right, so you put that thing on death's door in almost an instant.
And I'll move down my 3.
Jeez. You did 32 damage to this thing.
Not messing with that one.
Now it's Hisashi's turn.
Yes, I will continue in my pile of mooks. I will choose to target 2 of them this time, though, hoping that that is good enough. Hey, it is.
And is good enough. All right, you take down 2 of them.
So I think I run up the center of the first one, kick it in its frickin' face, and smash it up against the machine, using that momentum to flip backwards off and come down on top of another one.
All right.
Just for fun.
And that other one was maybe going to dodge out of the way, but it's having trouble standing because it's slipping on pachinko balls. Nice. Good job.
So, question.
Yeah.
When I hit the big guy, does that take it down to an impairment?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I gained that genome back then. Because I have an ability called Pain Eater. When your attack takes a foe from 0 to 1, or from 1 to 2 impairment, regain 3 spent genome points. When an ally does it, I regain 1.
Oh, yeah, impairment's at 25. So, yeah, you definitely... And 30, actually. It's at 25 and 30. So you're feeding on its pain.
Pretty much, yeah.
What a cat-like thing to do.
Very much so.
It's going to try to attack you with the last bit of its strength.
That's understandable. I just exploded a mook on it.
Oh, God. It just totally biffed it. That's 12 to hit.
It misses.
Actually, it's a 10 to hit because of its impairment. So it just doesn't even matter. All right. It's the cop and the pirate are once again back to back.
Permission to do something really cool.
Redeem yourself, baby doll.
All right, so I was looking over the rules for hitting multiple opponents.
Yes.
I can take a -2 to hit 2 opponents,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm going to do a martial arts attack on Sorceress Saito and the monster with the pool cue arm. And normally it'd be +10, but now it's only +8. With the intent, because they're both weakened, hopefully this'll just fucking kill them. And I'm going to spend a fortune, just to be sure.
You go up against the highest defense of all of them, which is 13. So that's going to be a success.
And I believe since the attack was successful, I heal those 10 wound points.
Yes, from your miss.
Thank God.
So the idea is you're sort of Jackie Chan type. You try to hit, you miss, and that's just like, oh no, he's kind of in trouble. And then you turn it around on them.
I think how that looks is, at least in this instance, I leap over the counter in a big dramatic surprise, grab Saito out of the air.
This would be the Lotus Fates tattoo guy, not Saito.
Oh, right. The Lotus... I grab the Lotus face tattoo out of the air by his ankles, slam him to the ground, and then I run forward to try and hit the monster with the pool cue, but trip on some pachinko machines and accidentally slam into a pachinko thing, which kind of dominoes a whole bunch of pachinko machines onto the monster.
I love it.
Meant to do that. Meant to do that.
And you have taken out both of them now. Excellent work.
I feel good about that.
All right, Sable.
I think just for the fact, both the Sorceress Saito and I are just looking at what just happened.
Yeah.
And like, while his attention is distracted, drawn for a little more of a time, Sable's just gonna pull out her black powder pistol, aim it at his head, and fire. And not. Damn. Okay.
Oh, that couldn't have gone worse, actually.
Mm-hmm. All right. So on a critical failure, I take like the total swerve of it.
No. It's not a critical fit.
You have to roll a 6 on both die, I think, for it to be a crit.
Yeah, if you roll a 6 on both dice, then you roll again,
Ooh.
and it turns into a crit.
Okay. Ah,
But for now, you just failed.
Ah,
That's all it is.
fuck, it's wet. One moment.
This is maybe why you don't use an old-fashioned black powder pistol.
She's willing to commit to the bit.
Yeah, you're trying to do like a very cool thing, and it just is click.
Yeah, fuck. God.
And as you sort of both look at the gun at the same time, and then Saito looks up at you and just blasts you back with his hand.
He can try.
Well, yeah, he's gonna try. You're not right next to him, so he's shooting the blast of energy again.
Yeah.
And he got a 0 swerve, so that's 13 to hit.
That misses. 14, baby.
All right. By the way, this is something I didn't mention before. This might be something people want to do. If you would ever like to, you can dodge. If you are hit with an attack, you can interrupt that attack and add 3 to your defense, but it costs you 1 shot.
Oh.
So that means you dodge it at the last second. But if you spend all your time dodging, you use up all your shots and are unable to attack.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd maybe mention that now that we're getting into a little bit more complicated combat. Anyway, these mooks are going to come after you, Hisashi.
They're gonna try.
Oh, right, you still have your fucking whirling death thing on, right?
Yes, I believe it's called something of rage. Blur of Rage.
You know, they probably should attack someone different, but,
2 of them do not
They're
attack.
not mooks because they're smart.
Well, 2 of them are going to attack you.
The other 2 have
Miss.
died.
Oh, one of them's got exploding 6 here. 14 to hit you?
Does not hit.
These guys are useless.
Or I'm amazing. Alternately.
I mean, of course, you're amazing. Again, just more, these monsters just keep trying to come after you. Horns are, while they're doing it, they keep mutating as well. Horns are coming out of their heads. Spikes are just coming out of their elbows and stuff. One of them's growing a 3rd leg, but just in all of their confusion and pain, they're mostly just experiencing more pain with your nunchucks. Hisashi or Leo? Who would like to go?
I'll take the initiative on this one. Seeing that my initial prey was stolen from me, damn you, cop. Again, like using one of the mooks, so I'm gonna use another ability. I'm gonna use push. Okay. So it costs 3. Make a 3-shot ranged attack, damage value 11, using your mutant attack value. If you deliver a smackdown, the target flies X meters through the air directly away from you, where X equals the number of wound points you dish out.
Just send it flying into the street.
I am going to, basically how this is going to look is I'm grabbing one of the mooks that got batted away, and I'm throwing him at Saito. Because Saito's up in the air, and I'm on the ground. hit him at range. You know what? I'm going to spend a genome and add a fortune to this.
Remember to be subtracting your genome from your overall value. Okay.
I am. And submit. That is an 18 to hit.
That will hit its 13 defense, definitely.
So that is... Okay, that's not a hand-to-hand strike. So it's only damage 11 plus 5. So 16.
That's 11 damage. Yeah, 11 damage to it.
16 in total. Because
but he has 5 toughness.
He flies 11 meters away.
What do you want him to fly into? Do you want him to fly into the street? Where are you aiming him?
I'm thinking at this point, he's probably closer to, like, the back from me. Okay. So, like, he's hitting the back wall of this pachinko parlor at full steam.
Love it. He hits the back wall, and then you see one of the guys who you thought was maybe a frightened bystander runs over to him, and it's like, are you okay? And then he looks up at you guys, and is like, ah! And you notice he's holding a clipboard and a pen. And he's like, ah! And he starts running out the back door. But that's something you could deal with later, maybe. Yeah. It seems like he was writing something.
Brief question.
Yeah.
Does it have to be my turn for me to use stop right there? Spend 1 shot to automatically stop an enemy from cheesing it?
You know what? Well, we could treat that as an interrupt. Yeah. Spend 1 shot to automatically stop an enemy from cheesing it as you yell stop right there.
Stop right there, and like I draw my pistol and shoot near his foot, stopping him in place.
Ah! He says, help me, master! He says, looking over at the wizard, Saito, who is there with 2 monsters, but everything else seems to be calming down. There are a couple other monsters here and there, but like one of them got beaten by a granny who just wanted to keep playing pachinko, and a couple other things here and there. A couple of the other Yakuza forces were fighting back. But right now, it is Hisashi's turn.
And I am going to attempt to finish the last 2 mooks I'm engaged with. Hey, that's a number.
I think you got him.
That's 22.
You know what? You got him.
Oh yeah.
So I think what happens is, because you said they had horns and like spines and stuff growing out of them or
Yes.
whatever. So I hit the first one, and he's staggered and stumbling, and I line his head up with the next guy as the horn is growing out and pierces through the other one's head.
Damn.
So you're killing these guys.
I mean, they're monsters.
No, that's fine.
And then I step up the rest of him and just land a kick right on the remaining one's like dazed neck. That just snaps, and they both go tumbling to the floor.
You know, I can understand why they sent you to jail for your fighting.
Yeah. I'm maybe not the best person. Trying to be better. It's maybe not working.
All right, Sable, you're up.
I think she is going to try to close the distance by doing another one of her leaps, like just landing on one of the pachinko machines with her sword drawn out. So she's at 1 also.
Ditching the gun.
She has the gun. She didn't toss it away.
It's still there.
It's an antique. Why would you toss it away? That was her action.
Saito yells something in... Do any of you speak Cantonese, you think?
No.
Nope.
That would be on our character sheet, right?
I mean, no, it would be on a you tell me if you think your character speaks Cantonese.
Yeah, sure, I speak Cantonese.
You're sort of a pirate. You're going around. You're learning languages.
I-
Oh, no, wait. No, that was Shirogane, right?
Yep.
You're a cop. You know a couple different languages. You've dealt with organized
I'm a cop
crime.
in a Yakuza-inspired thing. Like,
Yeah.
duh.
I mean, this would be more of the triads. You would know Cantonese, but that's fine. He is yelling, "None can defy the Eaters of the Lotus," and then is going to blast, I think, Leo, because that's the last person who hit him.
That's fair.
Oh, exploding 6. 19 to hit.
Oof. Yeah, beats me by 6.
Okay, beat you by 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oof.
that's going to be 16 damage to you.
Minus your toughness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That still puts me at 18 wounds.
Oof.
Yikes.
Actually, yeah.
You could dodge, yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend the shot and dodge.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
just get a reduction.
Yeah, so you'll take 3 less damage because you're dodging. How does that look as this blast hits you, but you're trying to get out of the way?
I think what's happening is like Leo was trying to their next thing is they were going to try and close the distance. So they had started kind of moving forward as Saito extends their hand and blasts Leo with this, and Leo just kind of ducks out of the way. The blast doesn't hit, but they end up like slamming into one of the pachinko machines a little bit harder than they intended to, and that is what injures them. And that means I don't get to go on step 1.
So we are now at shot 1 with Hisashi, Shirogane, and Sable. I think you might be able to finish this guy off before we go to the next sequence, but we'll see. Who wants to go?
I'll kick it off by doing a slam kick using my martial arts. Look like I'm going in for a sword attack, but just like spin around and try to do a kick on his head. I'm gonna spin a fortune beat just so I don't horrendously beef it.
Just for the record,
Yeah.
your martial arts attacks will do 7 damage. Your cutlass will do 11 damage.
Alright, how about this? I'm gonna make it look like I'm going for a kick and then like do the cutlass like in Is This a Zombie with the chainsaw attack.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, whatever, it still hits.
No, you got 20. Their defense is only 13, so you beat it by 7. So you do your damage plus 7.
18, so 13 after the toughness.
Yes. Hey, you're doing my math for me. I love it. Okay, you blast him or you stab him for 13. And we'll roll initiative for you at the beginning of the next sequence.
Sounds good.
Now who wants to go?
I'm just going to pull out the shotgun again, and I'll narrate it dramatically if it hits. Is that a hit?
13 is exactly a hit, yes.
All right. Like, as I just, stagger back to my feet after all of the damage that I've taken, I kind of, with one very shaky arm, aim the shotgun one-handed and clip the sorcerer in the shoulder.
That gets me a genome back
Why do you say... Oh, because
it's going to take
yeah.
him past the first impairment.
Yeah, the shotgun does 13 damage, no bonuses because of the thing, so...
Yeah. No, you're right. You get your genome back. That's why you're spending like crazy.
Yep.
Because you get it back. And Hisashi.
All right, well, I guess it's up to me to finish him off. We'll see how that goes.
Just don't fuck up.
Yeah, you've been busy fighting monsters this whole
Yeah,
time.
I've killed 12 monsters over here, but let's see how we do against this guy. Oof. Nope.
No.
That's a negative ice explosion. I think the issue is he's still floating. The nunchucks are really hard to hit somebody who's flying.
Not wrong.
All right, so that is going to be end of the sequence. You guys are going to roll your initiative. You guys, though, are going to be, because your initiative would have been taken you to -2, you'll be, whatever your initiative is, -2. At least Hisashi, Shirogane, and Sable. Does that make sense?
Yep. Oh my god. We're gonna bully this guy. We both got, 3 of us got max initiative.
I got terrible.
Jesus, Leo, you're the slowest guy in the world. Or, sorry, not guy.
Yeah, binary.
Yeah.
Non-binary. Excuse me. I guess you just don't have a lot of speed / you're unlucky.
Yeah, they just have
Apparently.
They just have bad luck with speed. We stole all their speed.
They have 6 speed, which is like lower than the normal speed, but not that much lower.
All right, we stole all their luck. How about, because we all got natural 6s while they got a natural 1.
Well, Saito must have been trying to get out of the way as that flying kick went towards him. And now Sable, Shirogane, and Hisashi have the drop on them again at the start of this new sequence.
Sable looked at Hisashi. It's like, do you want to give that another go, buddy?
I guess so. And we'll see how prodigious of a leap I do, clearly. Ugh.
Seriously?
Nope, that's a miss.
I'm rolling terribly. Listen, he's too high up for nunchucks. This doesn't work.
If only you had like a bow staff.
Come back down here so I can nunchuck you.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'm gonna try to leap up and drag him back down there before slashing at him. Get down here, old man. You're gonna die.
That's going to hit, and that's probably going to... I think that finishes him up.
Oh yeah, that's the same I did before.
All right. So you jump high, and how do you take him down?
I grab his leg to pull him down with me, and then once he's on the ground, just shove my sword right through his chest.
And with that, you have beat these monsters. Good job. Now you can just hear the sounds of pachinko machines again.
Oh, what was that all about?
Hey, Shirogane, is that guy still here?
Yeah, is Clipboard Guy still here?
The clipboard guy is still here.
Oh, I've got a lot of questions.
He looks a little... I mean... The way to describe him would be dumpy. He's out of shape, and you saw that he is like trying to get out the back door, but as soon as you all look at him, he's like, I don't know if you all look at him, but at least 2 of you look at him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what is everybody doing as the combat wraps up? What does everybody do?
I'm gonna make my way over to Clipboard Guy.
You're going to clipboard guy too?
Yep.
Hisashi buttons up his still pristine suit because he took not a single point of damage nor got hit once. Puts on his sunglasses and just pulls out a cigarette and starts smoking, watching everybody else.
Oh goodness.
Shirogane starts looking at all the mutated corpses.
All right. Do you want to make some sort of roll to look at the mutated corpses?
Weirdly, I'm not trained in investigation. I guess police counts as just like general policing skill.
Yeah, I would count that as you're a detective.
Rolled a 12.
They sure are weird. You notice that their blood seems to be glowing slightly. It seems to be red blood, like human blood, at least a little bit. But it seems to be pulsing with a slightly glowing light. But you don't really know anything more than that.
All right.
Damn, these gangsters seem to have lost their souls and died. They're Yakuza dead souls.
God
Damn it.
You know what? Never mind. Sable is going to go up to Clipboard Guy, do a little flourish of her sword and look to Leo before looking back to him. It's like, so, do you want to guess which one of us is good cop and which is bad cop? Or are you going to tell us what's going on here?
I don't,
She's going to attempt to intimidate him.
Anything.
Oh, that's too bad. That just means you can't be kept alive.
All right, you're going to roll intimidate?
Yeah, mother.
You guys can't roll for shit.
Nope, only killing.
Only killing.
As long as they're on the ground, I'm good.
No, nothing you could do to me would be worse than what my masters would do to me if they found out I talked.
So then, like, you were watching the fight, right? How about if I do to you?
I walk up and take his clipboard and start reading it.
As he's doing this, I'm going to continue my sentence. How about if I do to you what I did to that first guy and explode you on, oh, I don't know, maybe the corpse of that mutated thing?
You can make an untrained skill check if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do so. Untrained skill check. I'm not going to add any fortune. Yeah.
How did you roll a 0? How did you roll a 0?
Exploding negatives.
It's exploding negatives.
Holy shit.
Oh my.
He stands by his statement that nothing you could do would be as bad as what his masters would do to him if he talked.
So is there anything interesting on that clipboard?
Yeah, what is he on the clipboard?
It's some stuff written in Cantonese on there.
I do
in
know
sort of a shaky
Eastern
hand.
philosophy, so there's a chance I know Cantonese. I definitely know Cantonese, definitely.
You definitely know Cantonese.
Perfect.
You're reading it there, and it seems to be notes on the reactions of these monsters. At the top, it says, and it's actually very neatly labeled. It's like a form that he printed out, or somebody printed out, and he's filling in the parts of it. It says, Papi Waito notes, and then it says, reaction to blacklight, transformation within 60 seconds. And then also talks about how subjects mutate in different ways depending on the person. Question mark, based on blood type? Question mark. Subjects continue to show signs of heightened aggression. And then the fight started, and there's some blots of ink and stuff there, and that's about it.
Looks like they were planning this. I tossed the clipboard to the detective.
Almost like organized crime.
Some sort of blacklight experiment.
That too.
Some sort of drug.
Hey, I wonder, if I break his arm, do you think he'll talk?
Let's not torture.
You said anything about torture? I just said breaking his arm.
That's
That-
objectively torture.
Baby doll, that's torture.
Well, can one of you get him to talk?
No, but I'm not gonna torture.
I mean, if this was printed out, there's a fair chance that maybe there's a computer up in that office. Maybe we can look at that.
Fair enough.
As you are having this conversation, you see a trio of heavily tattooed folks entering into the place. You all sort of immediately recognize them as Yakuza members. And they're sort of yelling at everybody, nothing to see here, move out, place is closed, place is closed. And they sort of approach you guys who are sort of standing there around this guy and the bodies. And they sort of go up to you a little bit more meekly, but also saying, okay, place is closed. You guys got to get out of here.
It's just in the middle of a winning streak.
The fuck we do, and I flash my badge. The fuck we do.
Oh, whoa. Our bribes are paid up. I think you will find, okay? This has nothing to do with you, okay?
So, do you guys know this asshole here? Because it's kind of his fault that this all went down.
Oh, really?
Well, at least the person that he's working for, anyway.
We're going to have a discussion with you, buddy. And they signal for them to pick him up. We'll chat with him in the office. Don't worry. You don't mind, right, officer? They say as they're looking over at you. And not actually stopping. They're just sort of hauling him away towards the back room.
Hey, I'll let you take him so long as you answer some questions I've got.
Sure, we could let you know a couple things, but let's not write any of this down in a report, okay?
I just need the information.
For the record, we're all speaking Japanese here. I assume we all speak Japanese. We're in Tokyo.
Yeah,
Of course.
No, I figured.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like this was an experiment involving something called... What's the name of the drug again?
The new cool drug, Papi Waito.
Yeah, looks like this was an experiment involving that new stuff that's been getting peddled. Papi Waito. What can you tell me about that shit?
I don't know. There's been people moving onto our turf selling this poison. We don't condone in that sort of shit. They call themselves, at least the ones we've gotten to talk, the Lotus Eaters. I think they're Triad affiliated. They all seem to be Chinese, or at least many of them are.
That washes with everything we've seen so far.
Well, I would definitely throw out all the glasses in this place if any of these patrons drank the drug.
Oh shit, that's what happened. Oh god, they spiked the drink. Destroy the drinks. One of them motions to another one, and a bartender who actually was hiding behind the bar the entire time, including the time you got tossed behind it and peeked up your head and then dug back down. He was curled up into a ball the entire time. He sort of looks around and says, okay. He gets out. He just starts smashing some bottles. And like, no, not just every bottle in the... God damn it.
This is why you always bring your own bottle, boys.
Yeah, no kidding. Also, why do you guys have a blacklight function in your pachinko parlor?
Well, this used to be a dance club.
That explains it. Also, you guys really need to clean this place. You should see the carpets when the blacklight was going on. Oh my god, it was disgusting.
It might be a little worse now with the, bodily fluids.
Yeah, it's definitely worse now.
Hey, buddy, with the clipboard, you probably should have spoken to us. I think you're going to be in for some rough treatment, but you chose this. I hope tonight.
I don't know anything, okay? I don't know anything. They don't. It's a dead drop. I do a dead drop thing. I don't actually know anything. Okay.
Where?
I can tell you where it is. It's in an alley. It's 3 blocks down. He gives you directions to where a dead drop is.
He's all yours.
You can't kill me. Don't kill me, okay? Look. And he opens up his shirt and he has a glowing tattoo on his chest. Look, my masters will know if you kill me, and then they'll track you down and get vengeance. Okay? They'll avenge me. So please don't kill me. It's just, look, I just thought magic was cool.
Hey, Clipboard.
I just thought magic was cool.
Hey, Clipboard. You know the funny thing about death? It's not the worst thing that can happen to a person.
I thought it was.
Well, you heard him, boys. Just make sure you don't kill him.
And Sable just walks out with that, just drinking the beer bottle she brought from home.
They said magic was going to come back to the world. It was going to be so cool. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. I don't know.
You know, I'd feel bad for him if he didn't facilitate an experiment that killed 12 people.
I know, right?
Yeah, definitely was the experiment that killed them. Definitely the experiment.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the experiment directly led to 12 self-defense killings, okay?
13. There was also the monster with the pool cue, and
Right,
arguably
right.
the 2 sorcerers as well.
Before the Yakuza guy goes, I just want to be like, hey, so obviously we're going to try to figure out what the hell is this, and if something bad were to happen to your direct competitors, I'm sure you'd be very upset. If you point us in a direction, it'd help us all out here.
Do you think we haven't been looking for these Lotus people? We don't know where they are. They must be somewhere in the city, but we can't seem to find them. They just seem to appear out of nowhere.
Well, maybe we should head to that location that our new friend, who is going to go have a good time, gave us.
It's the only lead we've got.
Huh? Well, gentlemen, before I go, I hope this doesn't ruin my chances for becoming a, security guard for your pleasant establishment. Let's go deal with these people, shall we?
Buddy, if you take down these Lotus guys, we won't just give you a job. You'll get promoted right away.
That works for me.
I have a question real quick. Yes, obviously, we know you are adventurers and you're going to try to take down these bad guys. But why are each one of you doing this? Could you tell me why do you think that you're doing this?
They attacked my potential place of employment, and now I kind of want to get, and also now with the promise of potentially getting a promotion right off the hop. You need money to live and also to enact vengeance.
For Sable, it comes back to the jewel, like, these people appeared out of nowhere. They do a lot of weird magic shit. So if she can find the jewel off them, that would be great. If she delivers them to the Yakuza, that would certainly be worth enough of a favor to get her merchandise back.
Gotcha.
I am a cop.
Yeah, but why are you trying to stop crime?
I'm a good one. I know, they're rare and only exist in fiction, but this is fiction, so...
I can't believe Shirogane just disappeared.
I think, honestly, I'm just looking for another fight.
I'm just here to kill people.
I love that. Just looking for, not even a scratch on you.
It was an interesting fight, but they weren't hard enough, so I gotta find the next one.
Interesting's definitely a word for it.
Yep.
I mean, you didn't take out any of those wizards yet. To see if you could fight one of those. Maybe they won't float next time.
If they have boots on the ground, they're going down. Put that in the quote book.
Boots on the ground, they're going down. We catch up with you guys in a second. I think we have we zoom out and we have kind of establishing shot of the city. It's night. There's, lights glowing everywhere. And then we find you guys again in a small little alley that's covered in graffiti. What do you do?
So, do you come here often?
No.
It's my first time, actually.
Oh, speaking of, my name is Sable. Nice to meet you, cat person and Suits.
Oh, you may call me Leo.
Nice to meet you, Leo and Suit.
Detective Hiroto Shirogane, Tokyo PD. How you doing?
I know your name, cop. Don't worry. We're great friends. You fight organized crime, and I'm very unorganized crime. So, we have nothing to beef with.
I was more introducing myself to everybody else.
Ah.
I know that I remember you, trust me.
She just waggles her eyebrows.
Well, I'm Murayama. Hisashi Murayama. I don't know what you guys got going on, but have fun with that.
You arrive in the alley. Like I said, this is maybe a little conversation as you get here. And you start looking around and you see that he said that there was a dumpster that there was a compartment on the back of it that you're able to open up, and that's where he got the dead drops from. You see a smashed to pieces dumpster. It actually looks like it exploded magically. I'm sitting here.
Wow, that's new. Do you think they knew we were coming?
I mean, he pretty much said as much.
Once the thing went to shit and he was burned, there's no reason they wouldn't just destroy the dead drop.
You do see, however, the thing itself has a bunch of weird graffiti on it, as well as graffiti around this area. And as you're thinking about it more, you realize you think you may have seen some of this graffiti in some other places. Do you have anything that people want to roll to recognize graffiti? It is also maybe a cult symbol graffiti as well.
I've got police.
Oh, yeah.
Feels very appropriate use of police skill.
All right, let me sell you on something, Daniel.
Okay.
What are pirates if not criminals of the sea?
Accurate.
So, info piracy.
Oh, Christ. Sure. That's okay.
If it's cult,
No. It's info seafaring and piracy.
What is seafaring but the land of the sea? Navigating the land of the sea.
What is land but just dry ocean?
Yeah, see, you're getting it now.
Detective Shirogane has definitely seen this before.
can I sell you on Eastern philosophy? Are there religious symbols sort of things?
You know what? Actually, make an Eastern philosophy roll. Eric, I'm ignoring your seafaring.
Oh, sorry, I'm in a giggle fit now.
It's okay.
It's alright. Normally we play horror games, so those don't happen too often. We should enjoy this while we have it.
Yes. Hisashi, you recognize them as sort of really stylized Cantonese characters, but also there seems to be like little bits added here and there. You saw this maybe when you were studying your martial arts and whatnot. This looks like what people would talk about when they would talk about sorcery. Not just like martial arts, like channeling your chi and stuff, but like actual ancient Chinese wizards. Meanwhile, Detective Shirogane, you have seen that this graffiti has been spreading more and more. And in particular, you said that there's been a lot in an area known as, and let me say this name because it's a real fucking place, Shinjuku Nichom. So you recognize that you saw a lot of these things maybe around Nichom, although they've really been popping up all over Shinjuku. Nichom is an area that actually doesn't really have a lot of gang activity. There's some, although Nichom has the world's highest concentration of gay bars.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yes. A real place.
Huh, my kind of town.
Yeah. Pub crawl, baby.
So I don't know if you want how you'd want to share that information with the group. If you even want to mention that it seems to be wizards. I don't know if you want to try to find any local occultists, but...
Well, I mean, at this point, we have already fought literal wizards, so I'm just going to assume everybody's on board with the idea that magic is a thing that we're just going to have to deal with.
I don't know. What would you like to do next? This is not quite a dead end, but it seems like this dead drop has mostly been burnt.
Well, I do share with the group that most of this graffiti I recognize from the gay bar district.
Yeah, Nichome.
Is it that place with mamas in it? Oh, God, I love that place.
I think that's sort of the inspiration for
the champion district in Yakuza. Yeah, that makes sense.
You want to hit up the usual spots, detective?
Oh, why not?
All right, I could use a drink after all that excitement.
All right.
He still has a beer bottle.
As you are starting to move away, the graffiti on the wall all starts to pulse with some sort of energy.
Whoa, what the fuck?
I don't know, like, you're probably starting to walk away. Maybe some of you don't notice it at first. But at least one of you is looking at it.
Literal magic.
Must have been the wind.
I don't think it was the wind.
And all of a sudden, you see a hole. A portal is opening up in the wall. And before you could do anything, the four of you are sucked inside of it.
Oh, God, we got slurped.
I was really looking forward to that drink!
You already have a beer.
This better not be an isekai.
Everybody loves an isekai. What would be the terrible name of this one? Okay. You all find yourself in a very different place. Actually, as you're looking around, it actually isn't a different place. You're in Shinjuku.
Oh, thank God.
It just happens to be a long time ago.
In a galaxy far away?
No, I'm assuming it's the same galaxy.
Okay.
Since we're still in
Same
Shinjuku.
galaxy.
All right. Close enough.
Yeah. As you are looking around, I don't know, how many of you think you would be able to identify Edo period Japan?
Maybe?
I think
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
I mean, I feel like Eastern philosophy and, like, martial arts study, like, has some ancient root that there would be at least a little bit that I would recognize.
Did you study Japanese martial arts or like Chinese martial arts? What do you think you did? Are you mixed martial arts?
Okay, real me talking, I don't really know the difference in the line of them, but I would assume that, like...
They both have martial arts traditions.
Yeah, I know that. But, like, I'm assuming it was mostly Japanese, but then... Once you get into the higher level, you have to study up on some of the other techniques in the region, kind of.
Yeah. You learn several different schools.
I think Sable would know at least some about art history or like historical items, like just as part of being a responsible smuggler. Know what she's got, what it's worth.
Got it. Okay. What about Leo?
This looks like something from an anime they watched.
It's like one of my Japanese animes. You also maybe look down and are confused because you are not who you remember yourself as. You realize that you are...
What?
You are in a different body. Who should be who? Leo.
Do I still have my shotgun?
Uh-oh.
You are a penniless samurai.
Aw.
Sable.
Yes.
You are a shrine maiden.
Hey, I'm still a girl. Still counts.
Hisashi, you are a poor fisherman.
Okay, that tracks.
And Shirogane, you are a wealthy kimono saleswoman.
Okay, but do I still have my shotgun?
You do not have your shotgun.
Do I still have
No!
Do I still have my black powder pistol?
You do not have any
Damn
of your
it.
things.
Out of food.
You don't have
damn
any
it.
of your things.
Damn it.
At this point, Leo is going to reach up and touch their head and
Yeah,
probably
no
notice
ears.
that... What the shit? What? Okay.
Does Leo have a tail?
Yes.
Okay. Well, not anymore. But
Wow. Holy shit, Daniel. Just confirm what you took away. I get it.
What? I'm assuming I also feel a lot weaker than I normally would, too.
yes, you do.
All right.
Yes.
Who's who? I'm Sable.
Oh, no. So actually, I should say, you're not all in the same place.
Oh.
Oh.
You all, like,
Oh, son of a
How-
bitch.
you have appeared in where you're all in the same sort of area. Like, you all could, like, if you were to, like, look outside your shop or whatever, but you're all, like, one of you was maybe trying to sell your fish. One of you's at a shrine. You know, you are doing the things that you would have been doing.
All right. So we got.
It's like you just,
Fucking quantum leap.
you know what? Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. You got quantum leaped.
God, fuck.
It's spring. The warm noonday sun is still burning away the last chill of the air from the harsh winter. The citrus scent of orange blossoms mixes with the barely blooming cherry blossoms. You are in the shadow of Edo Castle, and you're in, honestly, one of the earliest urban centers in Japan. It's filled with temples, shrines, markets, and one of the biggest roads in the era. It honestly seems like the center of the whole world at this time.
Huh.
What do you do?
This seems like the center of the whole world at this time.
We go around in a circle, but tell me, what does your character do? Unless you want me to tell you what you're doing. But you're doing a thing that your person would be doing.
So the area that I popped out in, what are my surroundings? Being the penniless samurai.
I think you are right outside of a bar, but it's on a busy street where there are carts coming back and forth. You're right across from a shrine where you see several young girls sort of wishing for handsome husbands, and you're on the edge of a marketplace. There's people shouting in the streets, you know, trying to sell their wares and stuff like that.
And then I can see the castle pretty much close by, right?
Yeah.
I think at this point, Leo is probably going to go towards the castle.
Love it.
Yeah, Leo's going to make.
Why
their way
is
to the
that?
castle.
Why is that?
They're thinking like that's the biggest landmark, and from there they might be able to get their bearings and hopefully find maybe one of the people that was, transported with them.
I think for Sable, at least at first, she is going to. The way we see it, it's like it was pulsing weird, pulled through a portal, and then we just came to whatever our bodies were doing.
Yes.
So I think the priestess was in the middle of like tending to something, or like maybe in the middle of a prayer. She's gonna look around, like recognize that she doesn't see her allies, so she'll be like, "Hey, cop, are you here?" Her voice is different, so she looks down and she's like, "What the fuck?" She's just gonna go sit down somewhere, try to get a feel of what's going on.
Some of the girls who were coming here to make their wishes at the shrine are very confused at your reactions.
Gives them the finger if they start staring at her.
One in particular is a striking woman with a kimono that has a brilliant magenta color, which is a very daring color for the time period. And it's got images of black cats playing with pink cherry blossoms as they fall.
Oh, hey.
And she sort of catches your eyes for a moment, sort of looks at you, and like seems to recognize something for a moment, or at least try to figure out what you're doing, and then she just sort of looks away.
All right.
What about our kimono salesman or our fisherman?
Well, I think Hisashi shows up on a fishing boat in the middle of trying to catch a fish, and just immediately gets pulled by the fish, tips over the whole boat, and falls in the river.
No, it's not. Fine. Yeah, you could be on the river. The geography doesn't quite match up, but it's fine. It's a movie.
I'm on the river, I fall in, I panic, swim over to the shore, get out, try to dust myself off, and go to look for my pack of cigarettes, which I don't have. Then that becomes the realization of I'm not me, and looking myself up and down, just, crap, what happened? I gotta try to find anybody else, and I look around and it's just empty zone. But I can see the castle over there, and I just head that way.
I should note it's not really empty. It's bustling streets. There's a ton of people around. But,
Well, by the river isn't busy, though.
It's less busy by the river. And Detective Shirogane, what are we seeing now that you're a wealthy kimono saleswoman?
Okay, well, gender dysphoria, that's new.
No, baby
Can't
doll.
say I'm liking that.
Baby doll, no.
Thankfully, this is temporary, I hope, because I really want my shotgun back.
Which one?
Hey, it's shut face. Priority one is probably just gonna be realizing, oh god, something weird has happened. I'm gonna find people who looked as confused as I feel.
A woman is asking you what the price is on one of the kimonos.
Sorry, we're closed right now.
But
for a
you
week.
just opened. A week?
For a week!
I do not envy these people once we leave their bodies.
Seriously.
So do you just leave the shop to say we're closed?
Yep.
As you sort of head out in the street, you looking across, actually, any of you who are sort of approaching here, you see that the door to an apothecary is opening up. And there is a slight but beautiful youth with straight black hair that's hanging down about waist length. This youth is wearing a dark blue kimono with white chrysanthemums embroidered on it. And it says on the shop, Shiragiku, which is what you assume that this guy's name is, maybe? Because you then see him flipping a sign on the door that says closed, be back later. The thing that you notice, though, this guy is not Japanese. This guy is Chinese. And you see the girl at the shrine looks down and sees him coming out of the shop, and he is going towards the shrine. And she says, Shirigiku-kun! And she giddily rushes towards him. There's a breeze, and they sort of secretly look at each other and then kiss each other.
Sable is somewhat disappointed.
And then you hear a stern voice yelling from down the street angrily, Yamato Yukiko! And the girl is shocked as she looks at a very angry-looking older man who is running towards them. She is shocked. She rushes into the street to avoid the stern man. In her haste, she does not see the cart coming. Women scream. Everyone looks away in horror. A pot painted with chrysanthemums falls into the street, shattering.
Wow,
You blink and you're back in the alley.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Did anyone get what feels like a plot exposition?
Something like that.
Okay, so she holds her head. I hate being a shrine maiden. Anyway, what just happened? Who saw what? What's going on here?
I was a parent. Oh, hold on.
You are a parent.
Leo reaches up, touches their head, feels that like everything is back in order, puts their hood back up. I apparently was some samurai. It was weird. I felt weak. I don't like that feeling.
Did you all see what happened with, like, the lady getting hit and the shop guy and the cart and all that symbolism that happened, like, at the same time?
I definitely remember seeing that cart accident.
I have a feeling that that's important to this somehow.
A guy's girlfriend dies and he makes it all everyone's problem. Great.
No, let's
That
not
sounds
jump
like-
to conclusions.
That sounds like the plot of a really bad movie.
A guy's daughter dies. It's always something with guys and not being able to accept death. Bless your hearts, she says to Suits and the cop.
Well, I did learn one other thing.
Ooh?
I'm a terrible fisherman.
Thanks for listening, ghosts, ghouls, and all lady on that binary. Our cast this week featured Michael, who didn't really want me to plug anything. Waffle, who hosts the excellent Dice Fiends podcast. I've been on a few of those if you want a great place to start. Damien, who streams regularly on Twitch under the name Magical Hack. Check out the Blades in the Dark game that they're currently streaming. You can find Nathan on the Kingdom Hearts: A Forgotten Era podcast at KH_AFE on Twitter, which is another excellent actual play podcast. And I'm on Twitter at LOTR_Dan. I tweet some good stuff sometimes. The two best ways you can help our podcast grow is to review us on your platform of choice and to tell a friend. Please review us. It really does help a lot. We'll see you all in 2 weeks on May 19th for the continuing story of our Like a Dangon story arc. I promise you, you're not going to see what's coming. Have a dreadful day.